more importantly, Ryan Coogler has announced its new Black Panther, and their ideas and their plans for Black Panther 3. I'm a little excited about that. To be completely honest, I thought Damon Idris was going to be the Black Panther. That was my thought. Clearly, I was wrong, because they're going with another incredible actor, David Johnson, who's a really good actor, and he's young enough that he could play the role for several years. Because apparently they got plans to take this Marvel series of movies to the year 2045, which I don't even know if all those guys that are producing the movies are still going to be around, in 20 something years. Maybe, but who knows? So they're doing that. You will recognize him from his short but incredibly good body of work. He did Alien Romulus. He played the brother / android in there. It was really, really good. And he did a starring role in the movie The Long Walk. He's an incredible actor. They did a great service to the movie Black Panther by choosing this gentleman to reprise essentially the role. He's actually going to play the son of T'Challa. If you remember at that last Black Panther movie where they had the little Easter egg at the end, and Shuri meets up with Nakia, and Nakia says, "Hey, got a little surprise for you, man. I am with child." Actually, I was with child. A couple years ago, that dude's up walking around, reading his alphabet, eating cereal out of his own bowl. He's big boy now. And she introduces her to Prince T'Challa. I don't know if he can call himself Prince yet, but the son of Prince T'Challa, the grandson of Prince T'Chaka. His name is also T'Challa. So basically he'd be a junior if he was in the US, but he has the same name. I was wondering how they were going to bring the Black Panther back, because they only really had a couple of choices. They could act like nothing ever happened and just recast him, which of course they didn't do, because to honor Chadwick Boseman, in the movie they showed that the prince had died. They could bring, since they're doing all this multiverse stuff, they could bring another Black Panther to this universe, replace him that way. They could do the time thing, where they go back in time and they get him before he died and bring him here, and nobody just mentions that he looks different and it's a completely different actor. They could have done that. Or what they did here is they could have a junior, the son of the Black Panther, which is what they're going with. And my only question is, how do they show him being a little kid, maybe 5 years old, 3 years old or something like that, to being roughly the same age as everybody else in the movie? I don't know how they're going to do that. So they're still going to have to do some type of time thing or dimensional warp thing. Something's going to happen. But I'm interested in what they do. I'm also equally interested in what they're going to do about Storm. Because they're bringing the X-Men out. They're bringing mutants. They've done a few, Namor is supposedly a mutant. He is in the comics, and they mention it in the movie. Miss Marvel is a mutant. They even have in the background, they have the music playing when her friend says, "Your genes, or something about them, they've been mutated." So there's that. They I hope they're not going to do this, but they may say that Spider-Man is a mutant. I'm hoping that they're not going that way, because he's trying to find a way to stop mutations. There's another thing in the comic books besides mutants. There are mutates. Mutants are people born different and they eventually have superhuman abilities or whatever. Mutates are people who were given abilities but are not super soldiers. So Spider-Man is actually a mutate. Hopefully that's where they're going with that. But Storm is a mutant. So eventually she's going to have to be a part of the team. I'm wondering if they're going to run with her marrying Prince T'Challa, because she marries him in the comics, even if for a short time. And they could do that now with a younger actress. A few names have come up and I'm curious. Clearly, fan choice did not dictate who the Black Panther was. But maybe here, one of the names that has come up a lot is Jade Cargill. She's an AEW and a WWE women's champion, and she looks phenomenal. She looks like she could be a superhero. And she always, they're pushing it kind of hard. WWE's pushing it. Her music is "A Storm Is Coming." And she's got white hair. So they're pushing it. They know, what's going on. They're like, let's push it. See if we can get her in that movie. Get some Marvel money over here in WWE. She looks the part. I'm not sure if she has the acting chops to pull something like that off. Another one is Jodie Turner-Smith, who has a large body of work. And when she poses with white hair, she's giving me Storm. She's giving me Aurora. And I'm thinking that's the thing, man. They should definitely. She's an actress. She looks the part, and she does white hair. So yeah, I would like to see that, but I'm curious where they're going to go. They might go with an unknown, just to get that captivation thing. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I am very curious about what they're going to do with Storm. They got to find a way to bring Michael B. Jordan back. His Killmonger was great. It was epic. If they're going to bring different people back and they're going to different dimensions and stuff, they could meet another Killmonger, and he could end up, his world could get blown up, because that's pretty much what's going to happen in the comics where they do the Battle World stuff. Pretty much what happens is initially a guy named the Beyonder takes all of these chunks of planets, shoves them together, makes a gigantic battle world. People fight. Different things happen. Different people end up in our Earth, the 616. With the incursions, which they're also doing, with the incursions, people's planets are headed towards each other. Different dimensions are cascading towards one another. Different Earths are headed towards one another. Earth is pretty much the apex of where they're going to collide. And if you can destroy that other Earth, then you save your Earth. But you're killing 8 billion people on that planet, plus all of the hundreds of trillions of people throughout that universe. You're destroying it. So, you've got to have chutzpah. You've got to have some guts. You've got to have some determination to do that. So you got to be a certain kind of person. But if you do it, sometimes people from that universe escape to this one. Miles Morales, King Hyperion. They came from different places. They're here now. Boom. They're added to the stories. They could do that with like Killmonger. I would love to see Michael B. Jordan back as a villain or a good guy. It doesn't matter to me, just as long as he's back. Man, we need more Killmonger. So he could come back that way. One of these planets that have an excursion, like the X-Men planet, which I am pretty sure is going to blow up, that could have a Killmonger on it. And some of the mutants could come over from that planet, and he could sneak over too, man. Who else could they bring? I mean, let's talk about that in the comments. Who else could show up from another universe? Did this one, Ghost Rider? Yeah. During the battle, we can see Ben Affleck's Daredevil. He's going to have to get finger across the throat because he won't be back after that, but it would be interesting to see him. But who would you like to see that is out there that's a Marvel character, not like Steel or DC characters or whatever, that come over to the 616 universe? I don't know. I'm stoked for this movie. I like to use the word stoked now, but I'm stoked. And that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Now that you had a chance to look at the video, let's talk about it some more in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Be super. Like, share, and subscribe.